Hey, how you doing? It's me, Tony Salome, your good pal from your favorite reality show, 90 Minute Fiancé. I've got a new deal for you that you won't be able to deny. Cryptocurrencies have been a huge market for a couple of months now, and NFTs are selling like ass cakes. So I thought to myself, hey Tony, how you gonna capitalize off this digital age of collectibles? Well, I'll tell you. It's called Crypto Titties. Each pair of Crypto Titties is a unique pair of breastises that I photographed while hiding in the changing room of a Macy's department store. You got big titties, medium titties, and itty-bitty titties, if that's what you're into. Crypto Titties are now on Rarible for 4 Ethereum, which is somewhere around $8,000 per pair, plus the $200 miners fee. And the minor fees to transfer Ethereum into your wallet. Come on, just pay those fees. I already paid like hundreds of dollars to mint these non-fungible tokens of boobs that didn't want to be photographed. But hey, it's art, and no one can say otherwise. So get all your Ethereums in order and give them to me. Get yourself some Crypto Titties. Buy them for your family. Show them to your friends. Whatever, man. Do what you want. Just give me money so I can buy more film for my Polaroid camera that I use to nothing. I don't use no. Anyways, Crypto Titties. Yeah, just buy them.
Ladies and gentlemen, the short news with your host, Alex Madore.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Short News Podcast. I'm Alex Madore, and this is the show that I really hope no one in my family finds, but I think they have, which means I'm screwed for the next Thanksgiving. I want to apologize to James Charles fans before we start. I'm sorry that you've been lied to by your glorious leader. I'm talking about James. I'm sorry to the people who have come out to the public as victims of his grooming. I'm not sorry for what I said, though, because what he did is fucked up, and if you deny it after all the proof is on the table, you're just enabling this creep. A victim released messages between the two of them where James is being very aggressive and weird. This shit, like where influencers abuse their power, needs to stop. It's disgusting how they think just because they have these young people that look up to them, they feel like they can manipulate them and mistreat them. It's not just James either. Remember Austin Jones? For those of you who don't, he's a singer who got famous from YouTube, and he had a lot of teen girl, tween girl fans, like high school age or younger. And, well, he got caught begging girls for videos of themselves twerking, these girls being, like, way underage. And he, like, took videos of himself trying to teach them how to twerk. And he looks like a fucking fool. He's like, okay, guys, so this is how you twerk. Watch me. And he's, like, trying to throw back his ass. And it's like, you know what he's doing now? He's throwing that ass back for Big Bob in prison. He's in jail. He is in jail. For, like, what, 10 years or something? Because he got pictures and videos from these girls. He did convince them. They're victims. And, yeah, it's fucked up. So, better not drop the soap, Austin Jones. The police actually get involved in this James Charles shit. He might have a similar fate. We'll have to see what happens and where this goes. I don't really cover a lot of YouTube drama, but when I do, it's usually about Nikocado Avocado, but not this time. James got caught in 4K 120 FPS once again, as an old clip of him from Logan Paul's podcast 8 months ago has resurfaced, where he tells the Impulsive crew about his ideal guy. And he says he likes younger guys and goes as far as to say guys in high school, but then he quickly corrects himself to say senior in high school, senior in high school. Because he was like, you're probably either in college or in high school, senior in high school. Was like how he worded it. He like tried to save himself, but we all know. We all know. Let's see what else he got caught in 4K doing. I got a video here.
So, James Charles, when is this gonna stop, bro? I feel like I literally just had to make a video about you the other day. If you guys didn't hear the news, James has once again been caught having inappropriate conversations with who would say something like, oh, that person lied about their age. It's not my fault. And then they're all back on his side once again.
Okay, yeah, no, they're damn it. Why does this not have James Charles? Okay. James Charles Impulsive. Now let me see. James Charles describes his ideal man. Is that what we need to look at? Wait, what is this? Never before. Why is this showing up when I search James Charles? Never before seen video of George Floyd laid in Derek Chauvin trial. You know, we haven't talked about that a lot, but it's just gross to me that Chauvin is like that. The fact that he is like recorded like kneeling on that dude's neck for 9 minutes, just doing it, knows that he's being recorded. There's video evidence. We all saw it that he legitimately killed this dude, but somehow that's being questioned. We all saw the video. It's like it should be an open and shut case. But you know, I'm not well versed in these types of things, and I don't want to like pretend to be and speak on something that I don't know enough about. But this is fucked up. If he gets away with this, I'll be pissed. But I know a lot more people in this world that are gonna be very, very angry. I'm gonna be very angry, but think about what happened when George Floyd got killed and there were riots in the streets. Um, when his killer gets off, if he gets off, which would be fucked up, then it's gonna be even worse because it just shows that the justice system is so flawed and so crooked and so rigged towards favoring the white man, and that's not okay. I'm not saying go riot if that happens, but I understand why people would riot. There's injustices going on. But we were going on about James Charles. He said seniors in high school. That was so he like did a little Freudian slip or whatever. He exposed himself. Um, but that's the type of shit that would land anyone else in jail. But for some reason, James is immune to everything and gets away with everything. His fans obviously still support him, but it's hilarious that the people who were defending him against me over the weekend, last weekend, now deleted all their tweets and went private or straight up blocked me. It's like, dude, you don't want to admit to defending a predator, and you're going to have to face that sometime. They probably did that so I don't call them out in this podcast. I wouldn't mention their names, that would be too much, but like I don't promote harassing people, but I do promote responding to James Charles' tweets reminding him that he's a pedophile. There's no amount of concealer that can cover up the amount of evidence that is stacking against him. That was a makeup joke. I don't know if that was funny or not, but let me know. I don't want to laugh at it myself because I'm not Jimmy Fallon. The beauty community is really toxic, partially thanks to James and Jeffree Star. Man, I hope he gets locked up. You know, people people are gonna love calling him sister in prison. That's why he calls dudes sisters, because he's been preparing for prison during his entire career. He's about to get a whole new set of fans in prison. That ass ain't gonna quit for 20 years. Going to Coachella wearing those buttless pants, you didn't think about that? And how dudes in jail would be praying for you to show up one day? They got that picture on their wall. Oh, maybe James will show up. Maybe he'll show up one day. That day may be coming, prisoners. I wish you luck, James. We know Austin Jones is twerking in prison, so keep hanging out with D'Amelios, who are literally children. Well, Dixie's an adult, but Charlie's a kid. Keep hanging out with kids and protecting yourself with mindless fans who don't actually know how terrible of a person you are. This is the guy who pulled a Donald Trump and literally said he could get any guy, even a straight guy, to do anything for him because he's famous. That's fucking terrible. You have to be a massive piece of shit to say something like that and be serious about it. And that was before we knew he was a predator. We just thought he was creepy. But now there's 6 or 7 people that have come out against him saying they were victims of his grooming and he solicited nudes from them. So yeah, it's time for some authorities to get involved. Apparently TikTok has been really protecting him. Ethan from H3H3 keeps making posts on there about James being a predator, and TikTok mods keep taking them down for harassment. What the fuck? When someone does something illegal and immoral and just straight up wrong, you, the social network, don't do everything you can to go out of your way to protect them. Now it just looks like TikTok is a safe haven for predators because James isn't the only one. Look up the Lopez brothers. They're both into some trouble as well. With kids, minors, those types of situations. Let's not spend any more time though on these people. James Charles is problematic, and let's hope something happens. There needs to be justice here, and he needs to be held accountable for his actions. Anyway, so I've been on spring break this week. Or this past week. That's why this episode is coming to you very, very late. There was a long break. Been spending time working out, which is something I've needed to do for a long time because I found myself getting really depressed and fat, laying down all the time in the dark, and realized one day how damaging of a thing for me that doing that was. I pushed myself to get up and start doing resistance band workouts, and I'll admit it fucking burns, dude. It burns so much. After the first day I couldn't lift my arms past a certain point, but it feels good. It's rewarding, and afterwards I don't feel like laying down and taking a nap. I feel like awake. So my new thing is working out, exercising, which is great because I have a belly now and I need to get rid of it. I look like my dad, and that's really not something I want to happen. Um, it's just no. No. I'm dieting, kind of. Not any specific diet, just eating less fast food and cooking more, less fatty foods and less dairy. I stopped drinking milk. Um, stopped drinking Red Bull for the most part. Um, I'm on coffee though, and that's messing up my throat. Um, the acid reflux. Um, but yeah, no, I just get Whole Foods energy drinks now. And I feel great. I've been neglecting my health during this entire pandemic, which is really not good. I get out of breath going up the stairs. God knows what would happen to me if I tried going for a run. Yeah, my throat. Jeez. I'm trying to get into better shape. It's just the right thing to do while I can still do it. I'm going to be 25 in a month. I can't just ignore my health and mortality like I'm a teenager eating Doritos in the basement of my parents' house or something. That's not who I am anymore. I'll be graduating from college in the fall. That's a huge deal. Getting my bachelor's degree a year and a half after getting my associate's. I'm taking care of the things that need to be taken care of. And I sold an NFT last week. That was awesome. But I made 169 versions of this pretty simple NFT. It's a badge that says, buy this NFT for Big PP. One version has been bought so far, so there's 168 left. So there's a chance to have a big peepee if you feel like you need one. Check out my page on Rarible. The link is on my Twitter. Or you can just go to rarible.com/AlexMador. Um, just my name. You should be able to find it. I got verified on there, which is cool. Hopefully that means people take me more seriously on there as a creator and collector, even though I just make big PP badges. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I still want to make the NFT of Ted Cruz's detached testicles. Um, that's something that I'm gonna have to look at the rules there. So we'll see. Also, what's going on? I've been forced by my wonderful, smart, and brave partner. I have to say that. Contractually obligated to say that. But she's gotten me to watch this telenovela called Reina del Sur, or Queen of the South, but not the American version. Fuck that. The authentic one. And holy shit, dude. I won't admit this to Ashley's face, but it's a pretty good fucking show. My only real complaint is that the main character gets like raped in every episode. And it's been bothering me like a lot. It's been on my mind like fucking with me. I find myself feeling scared for this character who doesn't even exist in real life. But don't think the point of that is lost on me. The show is a really strong commentary on how men objectify women, treat them like shit. And in every scene, Teresa is faced with a man who either tries to kill her, fuck her, then kill her, or find a way to use her in some other way. And as a male viewer, it makes you angry that every single interaction between the female lead and the male characters is diluted down to sexual transactions or assault or objectification by the fault of the man, because I think we as men don't realize that shit happens way more than we think. We don't want to accept that we could be a part of that problem. Just because we don't specifically participate in those terrible things doesn't mean that they don't exist at all. I think no, I know that we as men need to understand the world from the eyes of women who are constantly only seen as someone to put a penis inside when they're people outside of that, which should be obvious, but to a large number of men it's not. If they're out here date raping me at college parties, think about what they're doing to vulnerable, good-looking young college girls. I know what they do. I was faced with that reality in a lot of ways. For one, I had a friend who I was super close with, growing up. Always hung out with him on the weekends. We went to middle school and high school together. Um, he was never really a problem. He was really nice, and my parents thought he was a great person, even though they hated most of my friends, but not him. So we go off to college, different colleges, and I keep in touch a little bit. But then he disappears for a while, and I don't really hear from him anymore the next year. And I hang out with one of our mutual friends, and we're smoking weed and doing other drugs. And I'm like, "So how's blank?" I'm not gonna say his name. And my friend is like, "Dude, he blank raped a girl." And I was like, surprised, man. I didn't believe it. I was thinking, okay, maybe it was just an issue of miscommunication about consent. Maybe there was a misunderstanding. But I finally stack up and Google his name, and holy shit, dude, it was so disturbing. He legit sexually assaulted this girl. She was coming back to the room that he happened to be in because she forgot her jacket in there. It was like a frat house, and he attacked her. So yeah, I don't talk to that guy anymore, obviously. What's crazy is he got off without having to serve jail time. I think he just had to wear an ankle bracelet for a little while and is on the sex offender registry. My point in telling you this story is this shit happens. Someone you know has had it happen to them. Someone you know has done it to someone. Look at Governor Cuomo. Yeah, thanks for signing the weed legalization, but don't take away from the fact that young women can't. That doesn't take away from the fact that young women can't work for his office without feeling unsafe and preyed upon by their boss. That's what I mean about objectification of women in this society. They shouldn't have to feel unsafe. And I can't believe anyone is sticking up for Cuomo after all these women have spoken out against him about how they feel unsafe in the workplace with him. It really doesn't look good when a dude in power relentlessly tries to fuck the women who work for him. Men, and I know you've heard this a lot this year, and last year, and maybe the year before, but we need to do better, including me. When I came on here, like months ago or whenever it was, and remarked on all the great butts at my old job, that was disrespectful and would probably make those people that have the nice butts at my old job very uncomfortable. So I apologize for that, and I will do my best to contribute in a positive way to not being part of the problem. But yeah, I highly suggest watching Reina del Sur. It's a great show, and I didn't realize Kate del Castillo is in literally everything. Like all the Spanish movies that I know of are starring Kate del Castillo. She's in Bad Boys for Life, apparently. I did my research on her before recording this. Very cool actress. Apparently El Chapo really likes her. Sean Penn used her as bait in order to get info from the infamous drug kingpin. Speaking of drugs, um, I don't know if we've already talked about this. I don't think we have. Um, but weed, guys. Wait, let me fix my microphone. How are my levels? Are my levels okay? Is there gonna be like a popping noise? So speaking of drugs, I don't know if you've already heard, but you probably have. But weed is now legal in the state of New York, starting last week. You hear that? Marijuana is legal, completely legal in the state of New York. Oh, that's loud.
Nothing can happen. Smoke weed every day.
We did it. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. Fucking did it. So I've been spending the whole spring break doing what I love, which is getting fucking stoned. Because before I was just taking my doses as needed because I'm a medical patient. But then once it got legalized, and call it my weed dealer. Got some recreational good. That sticky icky. And dude, I have not been this stoned in ages. Like if I sound slower than usual, that's why. Because I'm completely roasted legally. But let's talk about the other reason why this is a good thing. It's not just all fun and games. There's people in prison right now for weed charges, just rotting away in a cell because they wanted to smoke like the eighth of weed they had in their pocket so they could feel less anxious. Those people are going to be able to have their drug charges expunged and they'll be able to get out and be free, like they should be. Even I have weed charges. I'm not afraid to say it. But thank God that it was decriminalized in the state of Connecticut. Otherwise, I would have been facing jail time for a fucking gram of weed. Connecticut is one of those next states on the list that's getting ready to legalize. And my brother turns 21 in a couple of years. So I'm hoping by then it'll be legal in CT. And I'm really hoping he'll try it. But this is how good of a kid he is. I told him this news and I was like, bro, now you can go to the New York border, which is literally 5 minutes away from where you live, and smoke weed and you wouldn't be in any trouble. And he goes, yeah, that's a really dumb loophole, and says he doesn't want to do it. And then just, this kid has never done any drugs, any alcohol, anything in his entire life. I don't know. That's probably a good thing. That's probably a responsible thing. He'll be older and more mature when he's ready to try it, and he'll be more responsible. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. But dude, this is what we've been fighting for. What we've been hoping happens for a very long time. The New York government is finally recognizing that cannabis is harmless and is a great source of tax revenue. And that's awesome. It benefits everyone. And they're going to add more medical issues to the list of qualifications for a medical marijuana card. Dude, weed is legal. And I'm so tempted to text my mom and be like, "Did you hear the news?" And then just blow it like, haha. Because she would always be like, "It's illegal and wrong. I'll call the police if you bring weed into my house." And now it's like, I guess I was right all along about this being a great thing. So, haha, I win. She's been playing checkers, and I've been playing 3D chess this whole time. But listen, as I've gotten older, even just this past year, I started to be fine with my mom. Like, yeah, we have a lot of beef and we disagree on so many things, but I think now that I'm an adult and she doesn't have any sort of power over me, it's easier to have conversations without them being all about how I'm too dumb or not doing enough or not responsible or just, I don't know. I don't know. Like, if Eminem could forgive his mom, then I guess I can go on that journey as well. That's what therapy is for, and it's been really helpful with dealing with a lot of these demons that I have. But guys, it's good to be back. I just want to say that. I know it just sounds like I didn't want to podcast all week because I was busy getting stoned, but I really needed to decompress. I don't think I've taken a week off from podcasting in over a year. And there was a family emergency that I needed to assist in dealing with. There was a loss. It was very sad. It was very stressful, and I haven't been really like tweeting or doing anything as much, or really, yeah, anything at all. Just working out and taking lots of naps and cuddling with my cat, who doesn't leave my side for more than 5 minutes. And I have my second dose of the vaccine this week, so I might be out of commission for the Thursday episode because I keep hearing the side effects are brutal. We'll see. I didn't feel anything for the first dose, but the second dose is supposedly like painful. What else is going on in the world? NFT sales have dropped by like 85%, which I've definitely noticed. I'm not getting any bites anymore. No one else wants to buy my big PP badge. There's like 168 left. Been really disappointing, but like, I'm not seeing as many sales happen on Rarible or OpenSea, but NBA Top Shot is still very popular and most likely will be for the future. I blame SNL because they made that "What the hell's an NFT" song. Um, and once SNL makes like a joke about like a trend, then the trend, you know, it's dead. You know it's killed. They kill trends. They kill fun things. That's what they do. You know what SNL is responsible for? Jimmy Fallon. It's their fault that we have Jimmy Fallon. Thanks, SNL. Thanks, Lauren Michaels. Yes, we want a guy who laughs at his own jokes all the time. I can't do a good Lauren Michaels. But I don't know. Like, so we talked NFTs, NBA Top Shot, all that stuff. Politics has become so boring. So boring. Or at least I thought it was until this Matt Gaetz piece of garbage was in the news for allegedly hooking up with an underage teen, as well as being investigated for sex trafficking. And this guy, this is a guy that's been all about smugly owning the libs, standing up for Trump and saying the election is rigged. And it's good to know that these un-American shitbags are also terrible, disgusting people behind closed doors. I hope he's held accountable for this shit. Hope he shares a cell with James Charles. What a sicko. Speaking of Republican sickos, there's a great segue for you. Feels like it's been forever since we've roasted Ted Cruz. So we're going to do that now because we have to. Because we need to. So let's find out what Ted has to say about the most recent events that are happening in politics. Oh, my acid reflux. Happening in politics, and make fun of him for twisting everything in favor of Republicans. So I'll look up Senator Ted Cruz. Senator Ted Cruz. Yeah, let's talk about the border crisis and other stuff.
Isn't it?
And my lack of testicles. I lack them. I do not have them. What do we got here? Radical agenda. It was 4 days ago. Okay.
Really appreciate you stopping by, and I want to thank the senator from the great state of Texas, my senator. It's Ted Cruz. Ted, how are you?
Bags, I'm doing terrific. How are you doing?
I'm living the dream. I want to start, obviously, with the story that is dominating the news today. And you had a very strong back and forth about what the Democrats are trying to do with the news out of Boulder, Colorado. First and foremost, just talk to me about when you heard about it. I know that you're a family man. You're a guy who, like anybody, would not want to see something like this happen. Just your thoughts about that. And then
this shooting in Colorado. Did we talk about that last week? That was fucking crazy. That was fucked up. Yeah, we did. We talked about gun control. We did. We gotta do something about guns. And Ted Cruz doesn't want to do anything about guns because he fucking cooks bacon off of his assault rifle. You gotta look that video up. It's like, dude, you don't need any more bacon. You look like a fucking pig. You are Porky Pig. I have no testicles. I have none. I have no testicles. Bugs Bunny, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here, Bugs Bunny. You're supposed to be in your hole across the border. Why are you coming here, Bugs? This is radical agenda. Radical agenda that Daffy Duck is presenting to the Looney Tune government. Trying to take away my ability to get testicles for myself. Doesn't Porky Pig not wear pants? So that makes sense. He wears no pants and doesn't have balls. Ted Cruz.
maybe after that, the politicization immediately by the left.
Well, sure. We have seen tragically far too many of these mass murders in this country, and seeing what happened in Atlanta this past week, and then what happened in Boulder, Colorado, it's sickening. It's people that were going to work, that were going to the supermarket, and crazed mass murderers took their lives, and it is manifestly evil. And I'll tell you, Pags, I represented Texas in the U.S. Senate now for 9 years, and I have been to too damn many of these in the state of Texas.
Yeah.
Santa Fe High School is less than an hour away from my house. I was at the Santa Fe High School within about an hour of the shooting, and it was horrific seeing the carnage and the evil that was carried out. I was in El Paso at the Walmart there, where once again a horrific, racially motivated, bigoted mass murder played out. I was in Dallas.
All right, at least he's saying that. I find myself kind of agreeing with him a lot more. Once he stopped bullying him, you get where he's coming from with this. But no, you don't, because he starts off by saying, yes, I understand all these things are bad, all these things are terrible, this was racially motivated, this was bad, but, he says the but, we cannot get rid of our AR-15s. We need our AR-15s, because if you know anything about not having testicles, you need a big gun to compensate for that. I need this big gun to compensate for my little weenie and my lack of testicles. Itty bitty weenie, itty bitty, weenie, itty bitty. I cook wieners off my AR-15.
Where 5 police officers were murdered by a radical. And I was in Sutherland Springs, just outside of San Antonio. Was there the day after the shooting. I got to tell you, Pags, I stood inside that sanctuary when there was still shattered glass and blood everywhere. And
Ted Cruz on the scene. What are you doing to help when you show up to the carnage after it's already done? Just show up. Wow, this is bad. Wow, this is really bad. All right, I'm gonna go home. See you guys.
I've seen too many people, too many families who are victims of these mass murder. Enough is enough is enough. And I got to say, at this point, the reaction of Washington is predictable. Anytime there is a tragedy and a mass murder, we see Democrats immediately try to exploit it. And they try to exploit it to advance what is their political agenda on every day that ends with Y. It's their political agenda regardless of a crisis, but when a mass murder occurs, they quickly jump on it, and they propose all of these different gun control proposals that would do absolutely nothing.
What do you mean they would do? Wait.
Zero to stop mass murders.
What do you mean that would do absolutely zero to stop mass murders? If you prevent crazy people that shouldn't have guns that might be harmful to society, if you prevent those people from being able to get a gun legally, then that makes it a lot more difficult for them to go shoot up a school. Because they can't get a gun. Yes, you could go to the black market. That's a whole different problem. That is a whole different problem that, yes, needs to be dealt with. It doesn't do nothing, though. It doesn't do nothing. Most of these cases of school shootings, or at least a ton of them, happen because there's like a gun in the house that a parent has. Like the Newtown shooting. The dude who did that, his parents taught him how to shoot. They had guns in the house. He knew the code to the safe. They had guns legally. They didn't buy those off the black market. How were they able to have guns? Those people should not be able to have access to guns. And to say that these rules would do nothing, no, that household would not have firearms. If it was the case that there were regulations or may not have firearms, they could have prevented so many kids from dying, teachers from dying, innocent people, not just school shootings, grocery stores now, like wherever. This shit happens. It happens too much. It happens too much with weapons that are purchased legally, that people just get way too easily. And so, it's bullshit. He's full of shit. He is absolutely full of shit, and his testicles have just been passed from Donald Trump to the NRA. The NRA is just holding him in front of his face, just like, you got your testicles, Ted. And he's like, oh no, okay, I'll fight for you guys. I'll fight in your corner. I love guns. Love guns. Guns are great. Guns are better than anything. Guns will solve world peace. Yeah, if you have a gun and then you have someone with another gun, you have two people with guns. So then you got even double the safety. And then you got three people with guns. Then you got even more. You know, they can all shoot each other, and it kind of cancels out, you know?
Our objective is to take away guns from you and me, from law-abiding citizens. And not only does that not stop crime.
No, they don't want to take away guns from law-abiding citizens. They want to take away guns from people who have proven to be a threat. They want to make it harder for people to get guns because they're way too accessible, and that is why we have all of the shootings that we have had. Other countries don't have nearly even close to the amount of shootings that happen in this country. That's a very American thing. We invented the school shooting. Correct me on that if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure America invented the school shooting. Hey, what's up? It's Alex. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything that you need to make a podcast all in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. This Thanksgiving, a new film from the coked-out mind of Stephen King. In a neighborhood hiding something sinister,
Adam Schiff is one man who just wants a clean house and will have a big, smelly problem.
Who shit on my floor? Seriously, I just got this cleaned. Who's there?
Potential Supreme Court nominee and all-around creep Ted Cruz stars in this horrifying film that will make you lose your shit.
Oh my god. Whoever he is, he just shat all over my floor and wiped his ass with that copy of the Constitution over there. And look over there. He lost his balls. They're over there in the trash. Oh no, I hear him. Here he comes.
Exactly the opposite of what they're saying now. Everyone has switched positions, and so the whole promo you're pushing about hypocrisy, if you want to say it, you could
The Poopy Man, coming to a theater near you.
say everybody involved in this is a hypocrite. Now, it increases crime. It makes law-abiding citizens more vulnerable to criminals. And the answer instead, so 9 years ago in 2013, I proposed legislation, it's called the Grassley-Cruz legislation, that targets the bad guys. It targets the violent criminals. It targets felons and fugitives and those with serious mental illness, and it goes after them. It stops them from getting guns if they try to illegally buy guns. And every year, tens of thousands of felons and fugitives try to illegally buy guns, and the Department of Justice won't prosecute them. And it requires if a felon or fugitive tries to illegally buy a gun, they be prosecuted and put in jail. And the Democrats have filibustered that legislation because they don't want to target the bad guys. They want to go after law-abiding citizens. And I'll tell you, Pags, if
No, I mean, I think you're not even realizing that you're racializing this whole thing. Because when he says law-abiding citizens, he's worried about, like, the white American male, the straight white American male. That's what he thinks is a law-abiding citizen. So he doesn't want felons to be able to get guns, which is fine. If you're a felon, you shouldn't be allowed to get a gun the same way I'm not allowed to get a gun because I smoke weed. Legitimately. And I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that. I shouldn't be playing around with guns if I'm stoned. That makes sense. Where was I going with that? No, these shootings, the majority of these school shootings and those types of things are done by straight white males. So, to say that you're taking the guns away from law-abiding citizens, it's like you're saying, oh, they're taking the guns away from the people who are most likely going to cause the shootings and shoot up the schools and kill children. I don't understand why they're doing that. It doesn't make sense. Like, felons, like, what, with weed charges? Like, fine. Felons can't have a gun. That is fine. I get that. That should be the case. Whatever. But to twist this into saying they want to take guns away from law-abiding citizens. No, they want to take guns away from psychos that shouldn't have guns. Because the gun problem in America is huge. It's a huge gun problem. There is a huge gun problem in America. I will admit it now that I'm out of office. I didn't want to admit it then, but I'll admit it now. So bad. Such a bad gun problem. So bad.
Cruz had passed into law, there's a very good chance the horrific murder at Sutherland Springs of that beautiful church never would have occurred. And so I am focused. We ought to be coming together and going after the criminals, but instead Democrats want to play politics with it.
What you say could not be more true. Why aren't we coming together? Ted Cruz and...
Jeez, that dude has a good voice. Even though I disagree with him. What you say is very true. We need to hate on everybody. We need to hate everybody but white people. I'm an evil Republican. So, like, he's trying to make it into, like, oh, they want to take away the guns from good people, regular law-abiding people.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Why you lying, Ted? Why you lying? Lying Ted Cruz. Lying Ted. Remember, he called him that. Lying Ted Cruz. I thought Trump was right, Ted. Is he right about you? And your wife? Your poor wife. Oh my God.
Joe Pags are against mass murder, just like the left and the Democrats are against mass murder. We agree on this, like we agreed on January 6th. Nobody wanted a riot and an uprising breaching the Capitol. For some reason, the left immediately says Cruz and Pags want more death. Cruz and Pags want more riots. Why is that, Ted? Why can't they drop that BS for a month?
Because Ted was willing to entertain the idea or the possibility that the election was a fake election. He entertained questioning democracy, questioning the foundations of the American government so that he could keep his boy Trump in office at whatever it takes. Whether he meant to or not, encouraged those rioters. So, I don't know where this is going, but it makes me mad.
Moment and actually do something that might be beneficial to the American people as a whole. We used to have a value system that we all agreed on, and then we can disagree on the small stuff. Why are they pretending we disagree on the big stuff?
Look, I don't have a good answer to that. I can tell you, I just a few minutes ago came from the Senate floor, and I tried to pass legislation that I filed that is very similar to an amendment I filed a couple of weeks ago when we were here all night passing the Democrat.
I tried to pass a legislation that would allow for Obamacare to cover testicle implant surgeries because I wanted that to be a condition, a pre-existing condition that can be covered. Not for me, not for anybody in particular. Definitely not for me. I'm not insecure about my lack of testes here. Poor guy. I do feel bad that I do this to him every episode. Like, I'm starting to feel some guilt, but I'm gonna take that guilt away with this bong rip while we listen to him talk. You're just gonna hear it.
Democrats' $1.9 trillion porculus plan that was an enormous partisan boondoggle. And the amendment I introduced during the debate on that bill was simply an amendment that said we shouldn't send $1,400 stimulus checks to criminals,
right,
to criminals that are currently in jail. Every single Democrat voted against it. All 50 of them. The amendment failed by a single vote. If even one Democrat had voted yes, it would have passed. And so today, I went back to the Senate floor and I introduced a slightly different one. I said, all right, let's not send the $1,400 checks to criminals in jail. Instead, let's take that money and put it in the Crime Victims Fund so it can go to victims of crime. The Democrats objected. I then stood up and said, all right, you don't want to do this to all criminals. How about murderers? If you were convicted of homicide and you are in prison, if you are a mass murderer, one of the people committing these gun crimes, let's not send you $1,400 of taxpayer money. Let's send it to victims of crime instead. Democrats just objected. I said, all right, you don't want to do that for murderers? How about...
I think, see, Ted just wants to punish people. That's his whole thing, is punishing people. And, that's not the approach the Democrats take. It's just not. Maybe they're too easy on people. I don't know. See, I'm not like a politician or anything like that. But I do understand that, you can't punish people for everything they've done. Yeah, if you, murdered someone, then you should probably be in jail. And, I don't know if, murderers should get $1,400, but at the same time, people need $1,400 right now. So, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not an expert in this. I just roast the guy. Where are we at for time? Okay, so we can do some Karens now. Let's do some keeping up with the Karens, because I don't want to spend too much time on Ted, old Teddy here. guy's hurting my feelings. This Alex Madore guy, he keeps saying all this mean stuff to me. I just want to do what I do, which is oppress people. And he won't let me do that. So, we're gonna have problems here. We're gonna have problems. Alright, which one? This one? Yeah.
Ultimate public entertainment.
Oh.
Put your mask on! Put your mask on! You're a doctor? Put your mask on. Put your mask on. I don't want to hear about all the people. I know 5 people. I know who her brother has it. You can't dispute this. You're being rude, and they had signs all over.
Is that a nail salon or something? She won't put on a mask? That's fucked. That's really fucked.
And you're fighting with an 18-year-old.
Oh, that's assault. That's assault. She just punched her. That's fucked up. Uh-oh.
Standing room only. No, there's not.
Ma'am, put it up there. I'm going to get you on the train right now.
Okay, so this lady, it's like standing room only on this train. And all these people are standing right by where this lady's sitting. And she's taking up, like, it looks like she's taking up all 4 seats. And there's no other room. And these people want to sit down. And she won't move her stuff. So that's what's going on here.
Ma'am, I'm going to get you off the train.
She's just looking at her phone. While she's putting her bag. So somebody finally sat down and she made sure to put her bag where it like obstructs this dude from sitting. It's like right in his way, like on his lap. It's like, get your fucking bag away. Like, you don't have to do this. Such a bitch. Wow. Is this the Amtrak? Oh, this dude's looking at her like, what the fuck?
The train's already late and you're already delaying everything. No, there's not, you dumb There's no seats.
Yeah, there's not a lot of seats. People are standing. People are standing. What do you say? You're not disabled? You're not pregnant? I don't want your bed bugs. I don't want your smell. You're disgusting. I don't want you sitting next to me. Shut up. You. Can't hear you.
What is this, an Uber or a Lyft? Lyft. You literally can't start driving until I find the mask. Alright, because you made me put on my mask before we left, I'm not going to give you a tip.
You hit my car
Where?
on my bumper. Yeah, right there.
No.
You just admitted it. You said you were sorry. You didn't mean to.
I said I'm sorry, I was riding your... No.
I'm pulling over up here. I've already called my husband.
Okay.
I've already called my
Over by the
husband.
fairgrounds.
I'm calling my husband. He's gonna come and, what is he gonna do? What's he gonna do, bitch? Huh? There's nothing he can legally do other than talk to insurance or have the police take a look. What, he's gonna come and be like, oh, you guys, I'm gonna beat you up. You can beat up a couple of kids? Fuck you. Your fake-ass Apple Watch. That's not even a real Apple Watch. Fucking crackhead-ass. Fucking, fucking bodega smartwatch looking ass. Those CVS sunglasses.
But he's recording me right now, and
I'm recording you because let me talk to your husband.
So,
I don't need permission. We're in public.
okay.
I usually don't do this,
Okay.
but you're being funny.
All right.
I do like
No,
your
that's
glasses.
fine.
I like your glasses. Can we trade glasses? I like yours better.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah, I'm unbelievable, huh?
okay. All right.
Come on, Karen, let's just be friends.
I went to the farmer's market, and it's unbelievable how the farmers are requesting for me to wear a mask
Oh, this is
when
Union
I'm
Square.
shopping for healthy food, so I don't get sick.
What?
Ridiculous. So while you're shopping at a market, they wanted you to wear a mask, and it's like they're selling healthy food.
Healthy food,
Yeah,
and
what's
they're
the-
also nasty about it.
It's like the food you're gonna.
What the fuck's the logic there? Oh, the food is healthy, so I don't have to wear a mask? What? No, you have to wear a mask. You still have to wear a fucking mask. Like, what is so hard about that? Why? What? You're going shopping just because you're shopping for healthy food. So when you go to the grocery store and you go to like the organic aisle, you just take off your mask? I'm sorry, but it just seems like you just want a reason to not wear a mask. I hate the mask too. I hate wearing the mask. I'm getting sick of it. But I still do it because I know we have to. I don't really go anywhere though. I do want to go to this farmer's market. So I might do that. Whenever that is. What is that, on Sundays? Yeah, we should go to that. I don't know. We'll see.
Buy that's healthy. It's like I'm about to go eat the healthy food.
Tomatoes, vitamin C. That's what I was getting.
So you think vitamin C is the real antidote?
That's illegal. That's illegal.
What? Oh, is this girl drunk on a plane?
That's illegal. You didn't get my permission.
Baby, stop.
No, that's illegal. You didn't get my permission at all.
Please stop. Do you realize what you're doing?
While you're at it, can you
bro,
put my
please stop,
glasses?
please. This is my fiance.
Okay. I'll stop when you stop.
I'll stop when you find my glasses. No, because that's disrespectful.
I'm disrespectful? Are you kidding me right
How did
now?
I disrespect you?
Oh my god.
How did I disrespect you?
We've been listening to your
Because
crap
you
for
let
hours.
These two lanes. How did I just?
No, you stop. You stop, I'll stop. You stop, I'll stop. Okay?
No, that's disrespectful. No, that's disrespectful with this bald ass. You probably don't get your stuck. 40-year-old virgin right here. 40-year-old virgin going to Vegas with his toe. I'm done.
Excuse me, can I get some morning classes, please?
Yeah, he has it.
Stay on the phone. There you go.
I'm done. Everyone's mad at me. I don't give no. Everyone's mad at me.
Yeah, are you drunk?
I don't care about this bald-headed man in front of me. 40-year-old virgin over here recording.
Ma'am, I'm going to ask you to calm down, please.
Okay, I am calm. That's illegal for recording people.
Here's the food that's ice cold, which is 2 chicken McNuggets cold with no dipping sauce, no napkins, no receipt.
Well, I went through the drive-thru and told you that my order was wrong. Okay, and I was missing the quarter pounder with cheese and no dipping sauce and no receipt. And you said if you didn't like it, I could go somewhere else. Is that the policy of McDonald's? Hi there. Can I get your name, please?
Angel, it's Angel. There you go.
What is this?
I can't even fight you. I don't mind you.
Argue with me?
Yes, sir.
You are arguing with me? No, I'm having a conversation.
But she didn't give him the right order. So I kind of get where he's coming from. I don't know why he's recording. I guess her response was so bad. Did she really say if you didn't like it, you can go somewhere else? Because that is not McDonald's policy. That is definitely not McDonald's policy.
Do you understand that you're being video recorded?
I don't care.
Obviously.
I don't care.
And that's what you're going to do to corporate?
I'm not even playing. Yes, record it. Yes, record it because he's blocking our driveway. We have to ask for permission to leave our driveway. Record it.
Driveway, yes.
Record it.
I don't know what the problem is here. I don't know what's happening here.
Purposely moved the car to the back of the driveway right there. It's on the side. Brother.
I want my drivers clear! From the entrance, clear! Don't do that! You have to move! Okay? I don't care about your face. You go like that. What are you talking about?
Jesus.
You think I'm scared about your face or what?
What the fuck is wrong with these people?
I mean, no, the car is okay. Why that guy in front of me?
Uh-oh. Oh, is it two Karens fighting?
I got a mama that stay down the street. Are you shut up? Okay, so shut the okay, so cool. You don't know where I'm from. So we can get off this bus and I can call my own and whoop your okay? Yeah, I girl, yes, girl, yes. Yeah, it's more the first time. I enjoyed it. Alright. I actually pulled it real bad. Who gon' shut me up? Who gon' do it? Who gon' shut me up? Who? Nobody. Who shut the anyways, and I wasn't talking to you either, so you mind your business. Shut up! And if you mind yours, you wouldn't hear or give a nothing I'm saying. Exactly. Hello? Girl, yes, baby. Woo.
You're not social distancing. You've got 3.5 meters, 4 meters. Come on, Karen, you're making yourself famous. You're going on YouTube. Well, there's your shot. Oh, that's a assault all day long.
What's the order?
Can I get my power rate?
You didn't order at the speaker.
I want to order a power rate.
No, you have to go at the speaker.
Okay, I'll pull back through.
Okay, go.
I will.
Go.
Oh.
We're asking you to move your car, ma'am. Can you just comply?
Don't live here.
Not a lot. She watches my mom's kids, you idiots.
It doesn't matter, idiot. You don't know me.
Going on with my neighbor, and they've already been asked not
You could just move the car, girl. Like, we can just get out.
It's not my car.
Can you not just move the car? Like, we don't need to get the police involved. Like, I know we're all pissed off. Like, but
She's a psycho.
Can we just move the car?
Close the window. I'm on the phone with 911, so you're gonna get another
God.
ticket because this is an emergency. You're wasting taxpayers' dollars, child.
Then move the car.
I don't.
Then go get your husband and bring him up. So what? Where is he? If there's no car, then where is he? Then bring him up. What are you talking about? I just came by to pick her up and now we're leaving. 2 minutes, girl. 2 minutes. You don't have to ask me those questions.
Are you the police, lady? Are you in charge, bitch? So invasive, so into other people's business. I hate that. I hate it. It's disgusting.
Because you don't know who I am. So exactly. So why are you asking me? Why are you asking me if I can go into her house? Like you don't have any. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. No, Not that one. Alright, well.
There is
Alright.
Two
Hallmark videos.
This was here 3 weeks ago, and the people downstairs are incredibly mentally unstable, and all they've done is harass us since the day we moved in. And now she's literally blocked my best friend in the driveway.
I didn't block anything, lady. The truck doesn't belong to me.
Look, let's just show you.
You're not illegally.
Okay, so this is for my protection. I actually pulled up to the driveway, picking up my friend because we have somewhere to go. And now we have this guy. Let's get the license plate. Yeah, chow. Yeah, chow. What you gonna do, chow? You think you are, chow? You growing up in the ghetto, chow? Get my license plate, girl. Get my license plate, girl. No, I'm picking up my friend. I'm picking up my friend. I'm picking up my friend. I do this too all day with you, girl. All day. I'm actually, no. You seem like the type to fight. You seem
This
like
fucking psychotic bitch. I would fight. I would throw hands. I would definitely throw hands. You would have to lock me up.
the type to fight, girl. Yeah, because I'm just trying to leave. This could all be solved if you could just move the car. Just move the car. Okay, so who drives the vehicle? I'm not talking to any man. I don't know who the that is. I'm not talking to your man. No. I don't know who the your man is.
People are really not taking COVID well.
Identify yourself now!
Well, that was very enlightening. Oh, relationship advice is back. Oh shit, we're back in business. Alright, ready? Let's find a good one. Alright, this one sounds interesting. We always do ones about porn. I don't know why. I don't know. So found my wife sharing porn with a friend. Some quick, high-level context here. Been with my wife for 6+ years. I have a Discord server, and my wife and I play video games with some friends weekly. A few months back, a friend of a friend started playing Among Us with our group. For simplicity, let's call him Ted. My wife hit it off with Ted and played games with him here and there, and I thought nothing of it for a while. He lives 8+ hours away, so I didn't feel concerned, and I trust my wife. My wife complained about Wi-Fi issues we kept experiencing during our weekly game nights to the group, and Ted thought the issue was our router and bought us a $50 one and sent it over. This I thought was weird and registered as a red flag. We sent him a $50 food gift card because I didn't want to feel like I owed him anything. From that point on, everything seemed fine. Ted's girlfriend started playing games with us too, and my wife started talking to her regularly too. Recently, however, I found a direct message between my wife and Ted, and they've been swapping anime porn the past few weeks. I didn't find any evidence of real-life pictures or talk of I want you so bad or anything like that, but I was still extremely upset over this fact. I called her out on it. She said she feels extremely guilty and shameful and wasn't going to continue doing this. She messaged Ted and told him to stop sending her porn in their messages. Are there other things I should be considering? What else should I talk to my wife about? Are there any other red flags I should look for? I'm head over heels for my wife, and we have a daughter. And she fucked up, and she needs to prove to me she's sorry. I get that, but I want to make sure I cover all grounds and don't make the situation any worse. Any advice? Thanks for the help. Happy Easter. Oh yeah, happy Easter to you too. I think, yeah, sharing porn with someone who's not your husband is kind of definitely like a fuck up, and the fact that she knows it was wrong is really is a telling thing. So I mean, it just depends on how forgiving you are of these types of things. Because that would probably be a deal breaker for me. It just really depends on how strong of a person you are, how forgiving you can be. And hopefully you can continue to trust her in the future. But also, let me read this. Okay, continued update. Thanks everyone for the advice. We've been together 6 years and this is the first fight, mistake, etc. that we've encountered. I talked to her again and she agrees that the friendship is bad. I'm going to watch her block Ted and Ted's significant other, and I will make Ted's significant other aware. Since it's the first instance of anything bad, we're going to go to therapy and work this out. I feel like I can do that much after one mistake. But as others said, if I find evidence of another instance of this, I'll be taking further measures. Oh, that sounds eerie. What does that mean? Don't kill anyone, dude. Don't do that. But no, I get it though. Like, not yeah, I get it. If you have to do divorce after therapy doesn't work, then that's what you gotta do. But you guys are gonna have to work through a lot of trust issues. And I guess you are the type of person who is forgiving enough to be able to work through this, and that's cool. She has a lot of things to work on. Anime porn, sending anime porn to another dude. What? Why? 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 Just like, oh, check this out. This is some cool shit I saw. I don't know. See, I don't get it. But that's kind of fucked up. Kind of not something you should do with not your significant other. But, whatever. So I'm glad you guys are figuring this out. It's very good. And, well, I need to eat lunch and take a shower and get ready for therapy. But, guys, it's good to be back. It is really good to be back. I am so happy about it. We'll see if I survive the second dose of the vaccine. And if I'll survive, but we'll see if I have enough energy to record the Thursday episode. I usually do that on Wednesday, but if I'm just coming back from getting the vaccine, I'm probably gonna feel like shit. So we'll see. We'll see. Alright guys, well, this has been the Short News Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at Alex_Madore or Instagram at AlexMadore. I'm also on Clubhouse, same thing. TikTok. What other social medias are there? I'm on all of them. I'm on Rarible. Rarible. Check out my NFTs at rarible.com/AlexMadore. Just plugging everything, plugging it all. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening. I'll see you soon. I love you. And I'll see you. Yeah, I just said that while I'm stoned. All right. Peace.